Hello guys, it is Jead and it is the biggest day on FC26, which means I thought it was only right to release the full Team of the Year guide to maximize your coins, maximize your fodder, and of course, maximize those packs to increase the chance of you packing a Team of the Year. Make it as clear and simple as possible. I've tried to split it into 4 separate phases that you can follow step by step, and each of the phases leads on to the next phase. So number 1, we've got sort of the preparation phase. Number 2, we have what I'd call the Team of the Year drop phase. Number 3, we have got the Team of the Year Meaty game plan, the big part of it, the game plan. And then number 4, the biggest one of the entire video, the most useful part, which is the conveyor belt phase. What can you do to keep your club like a conveyor belt during Team of the Year to maximize those coins, fodder, and packs, like we just said? But of course, subscribe if you are new and you want videos just like this one daily during Team of the Year for pack grinds, trading, the best evos. Leave a like while you are down there, and let's jump into it. Of course, let's start with stage 1, the preparation phase. Most of your success during Team of the Year comes a lot easier if you get the prep of Team of the Year right. And as you can see, we've got the calendar on screen here. So this is predicted, but it should be pretty accurate because it's based on last year. This is exactly what we're preparing for. We've got all of the warm-up and stuff that we've already had. And as you can see, on the 16th, we've got the Evo, the Team of the Year icons, and the Team of the Year forwards, and the rest will be coming. And we'll cover all of this in the Team of the Year drop and the big meaty game plan phase. But how can we best prepare for this when it comes to coins, packs, fodder, right? And number 1, and probably the most obvious one, is just please make sure you are doing all of your daily SBCs. Get as many packs saved for Team of the Year as possible. This one's obvious, but please don't let it go under the radar. Do your daily login, do all your daily silvers, bronzes, and golds. Do all of these packs here, like the 10x83, the defenders upgrade, the midfielders upgrade, the attackers upgrade. Do as many winter wildcards crafting upgrades as you can. Maybe even save a few player picks. Get as many packs saved for Team of the Year. That is number 1. It's the most obvious, but it's by far the most important. But then these next ones are what people are not really doing, okay? Number 2 is get liquid. Now, I am starting to sell my fodder because I want my 5 million coins that we've got liquid, ready for Team of the Year. That's going to be so important. Don't have coins in your team. Don't have coins elsewhere, right? Certain things might rise after Team of the Year, but you want coins ready for when that Team of the Year drops. So start to sell everything and sell ready for Team of the Year. Again, a lot of people have started to do that, which is nice, but if you haven't, make sure you're selling ready for Team of the Year. Then 2 more, right? Number 3 is going to be these objectives, or basically the live events. Now, this one is what I've seen a lot of people skip, and I can't believe it, right? Look at some of the objectives we've got in live events and campaign. Let's do the Time Warp Bronze event. You can get a 2x85 for free. Just play a few games. More importantly, the Silver League. People keep putting this off. Look at some of the packs we get from this Silver League. 10x82, 10x81, a 3x84, a 3x85, and in this last one, another 2x84, and a 5x86 if you can complete that objective. Is insane to increase that chance of packing a Team of the Year. There's more as well. If you go to campaign, I've already done it, but you should find the Team of the Year Daily Cup. You've got the Daily Completionist you need to start working towards. The Daily Play, of course. They've got the Daily Logging Completionist. I think the Team of the Year Cup is down in live events, right? The Team of the Year Warm-Up Cup. Honestly, some of the packs you get from this are far better than what you can get from the pack grind. Don't let this go under the radar. What is the last thing you can do to prepare? It's probably the one that most people skip, but again, really important. This is going to be staying up to date with the leaks. I know a lot of you guys don't like leaks. I don't really enjoy them either, but for Team of the Year, you need to know what's coming on the game just to even have a fighting chance, right? If you really don't like leaks, I understand it. This is our free Discord, which you can join down below, completely free, and we made a channel which just puts all of the leaks into one place. So rather than trying to scroll around Twitter, which you can do, by the way, go and do it on Twitter if you prefer that, but just in case, all of the leaks get put in this one channel here. And again, free Discord down below if you want this. It does help, right? But you need to know this because basically certain things from leaks can affect the pack grind, the market. It can affect all sorts, right? If you know, we've got this Butragueno SBC, it might affect, if you want to sell your striker or not, and all sorts. So really important to stay on top of leaks. Already, we can move into probably the first big stage, which is the Team of the Year drop phase. This is when it really starts, right? This is when Team of the Year really gets juicy. In fact, this might be the most coins you can ever make in one night or one day or across the course of the first few days of Team of the Year. We're going to cover just, a few more things than just the coin making, but honestly, this is overpowered. If you've been a subscriber of the channel, you've been around the channel for a while, you'll know this, but This is mass bids. What happens is, on the Team of the Year drop, right? Imagine when Team of the Year drops, we get lightning rounds. So in the store, we get lightning rounds that loads of people open, and we get a lot of saved tradable packs, right? So what do we want to do? We want to go and bid on all of that fodder that's coming out of the packs, because you won't believe how many coins you make. I think on Black Friday, and you'd argue that Team of the Year is bigger than Black Friday, but on Black Friday, people in our Discord made millions, literally millions in one night. Imagine you do that all weekend this weekend. What we're going to be doing live on our Twitch streams, if you've got any questions, you can come and ask there, right? We're going to be bidding on all this fodder. As you can see, we'll get all the fodder filters posted in the free Discord. You can get fodder filters for 88s, 89s. This is the 88 filter that I use. Obviously, you get other ratings on there, but it's the 88 filter that I use. And as you can see, you get all of these 88 ratings here. And what happens is people open the lightning rounds, they opened all the save packs, and 1 hour later, so from Friday, 7 p.m., in 8 p.m., 9 p.m., into 10 p.m. You can even do this all the way into Saturday as well. We can mass bid on all of these cards for way below what they sell for. Say this 88 Saka currently sells for 8,000 coins. You can win bids on them as low as 1,000 and 2,000 coins, because there's so much supply on the market that even if loads of people do this, they just can't bid on all of those cards. Cards slip through the cracks. You win them for 1,000 coins, 2,000 coins, 3,000 coins. You make up to 5,000 or 6,000 coins profit per card. And if you can just sit and do that, 200k, 300k, 400k, up to 1 million coins across the course of that first weekend. That is so important, and it is number one. There's going to be one more way to make insane amount of coins this weekend, and we'll cover that in a later stage in the video. But this is also an insane way, right? Now, you can do that, like I say, Friday. Anytime we get lightning rounds, basically. Saturday, we get lightning rounds. Sunday, we get lightning rounds. And of course, you can do it later in the week when we get the midfielders drop, defenders drop, but we're going to cover that a little bit later. The next thing I want to talk about in phase 2 that we get with the Team of the Year drop is we should then get the evolution, right? Now, you should see it nice and shiny at the top of this page here. Hopefully, it'll be there. It is the Team of the Year chain evolution. And now the most important thing, if you're new, or maybe you remember this from last year, is do not complete this straight away. You need to just hold off. It's going to be very tempting to click on it, or click on one of the evolutions that we can actually use, see all of the players that fit into it, and just go, oh my god, I've got a Team of the Year level card, put someone in, you're locked in, you've lost it. Don't do that. I can't stress enough, don't do that. What happens is, this is a chain evolution. It comes in 2 parts. You want to just chill, wait, and ideally, both sections of the chain evolution will be out at the same time. And what that means is, you can just wait until they're both out and see what is the absolute, most overpowered card you can get when the second one drops. Now, again, on the channel, I'll probably drop a video talking about the best possible cards for that evolution, but you won't even need me, right? You can figure it out for yourself when we start to see these popping up on FUTGG and FUTBIN. So the most important tip there is just wait. When that drops, wait. And I guess the other thing to talk about with Team of the Year drop, which you're going to need to be super, super wary of, Jesus, is when you come to players and also possibly icons, we are, of course, going to get the big Team of the Year SBCs, and that's going to start from Friday. We're probably going to get daily player SBCs, and this is huge, right? Some of the SBCs coming, as you can see, we got this official Team of the Year icon Marcelo card, this official insane Team of the Year honorable mention Elise card. These could come on Friday, we don't know. Some of the other cards we got coming, Kachawi, Gabriel, a flashback Frimpong, a flashback Smith. Look at these cards, right? You should see some of the stats on these cards break the power curve to levels we haven't seen before. We got a McTominay, a Gabriel, this flashback Frimpong, like I said, and the flashback Sophia Wilson, not Sophia Smith, Jesus, but a flashback Sophia Wilson to me looks like the most broken one of them all. The reason this is so important is, let's say we got her on Friday, the striker market could crash. Let's say we got Frimpong, the right back market could crash, or link investments could go up to these players, or even you could just go and complete these and put them in your team, right? So it's really important to keep an eye on those SBC tabs. And that is not all we could get in the SBC tab. We could, of course, get more upgrades. But, of course, when Team of the Year drops, you want to check upgrades to see if we get anything new. Now, we've already got a lot in here. We might not get more upgrades until Monday or Sunday. Don't worry, again, we will cover that later on if that is the case. But another way to, another place to check is challenges, right? We normally get a Team of the Year challenge, which is normally just a way to submit a little bit of a hybrid squad to basically get a rare players pack, mega pack, whatever it might be. Always, always, always worth trying to do. And honestly, it normally price fixes a lot of the players. So if we do get one, and we do get one on Friday, go and check it, because it might price fix some of the players in your club that you can sell gold commons and gold rares for 5 to 10,000 coins, because they're in a FUTBIN solution. So if that comes, that is great as well. But make sure you do that. And I know I'm going to get asked, so I will cover it now. Let's say we do get Sophia Wilson in here, or we get Marcelo. When's the best time to complete them? In my opinion, we're going to be talking about it, again, a lot more in detail in the next section. But it's probably going to be over the weekend, not quite on Friday. But again, I'll explain in detail, don't worry. But I wouldn't just go and rush to complete these SBCs that we get dropped on Friday. And another thing I know I'm going to get asked, so fair enough, right, is when do you open your saved packs? We've all got loads of saved packs. You can't see mine because of obviously the investment. So again, can't show you how many I've got. But we know we've got loads of saved packs. When do you open them? Now, the answer to this can be personal preference. Again, you can open them whenever you want to open them, to be honest. Here is what I would do. Here's exactly what I would do. open them when we get attackers. So as you can see, this is the full men's team. And on Friday, when we get the promo drop, we'll get Dembele, Mbappe, and Haaland. But we'll also get this full icon team one. This is when I'd open your packs, right? I see a lot of arguments going around the community about pack weight. It drops with attackers and then rises with midfielders. A lot of it's just conspiracy, to be honest. Open them on Friday. Here is why. I'm going to split into 3 reasons why I'd open them all on Friday. Number 1, you could get Ibra, Thuram, Jorginho, Sega, Rooney, and you can get one of the attackers. You get Dembele, Mbappe, Haaland. Like the best cards, right? You can also get the women's cards as well. I think I've got them somewhere here. You can get Pina, Russo, and Peugeot. Imagine you got that Claudia Pina card. Oh my God, you're set for life. That is not her official card. She has Tiki Taka. But you would be set for life. So number 1, it's just their attackers. It's obvious. Number 2, and in my opinion, is almost more important. That is basically the fact that if you think about it, to maximize your chance of packing different team of the years and having a good go at all of it and basically enjoying the week and enjoying the weekend, you're not going to stop building packs after Friday. So what I mean by that is we're going to get daily logins every single day. We're going to get these other, refresh, like the 4 of 10, the 3 times 85. We're going to be getting upgrades all weekend and all week long. So what you can do is open all of your saved packs on the Friday, and then on the Friday, on the Saturday, on the Sunday, or whatever, into the week, as long as it goes, you're going to be doing more upgrade packs. You might even be doing the League SBC method. You might be doing one of our unlimited pack grinds, which means when it gets to the midfielders dropping, you can open all those packs. When it gets to the defenders dropping, you can open all those packs. And of course, the big one we're going to cover a lot later. What about when the full team drops? So don't stress about wasting all your packs and then not packing a team of the year attacker. You're not going to be done with packs, right? EA are going to release a load more unlimited packs. They're going to release the premium mixed league upgrades where you get like the Premier League upgrade, the Bundesliga upgrade, the Liga Earn upgrade, and they're really good for packing a team of the year. So don't stress. Open all your packs on Friday, in my opinion. Of course, you can save them if you want, but I wouldn't. Another huge question I know I'm going to get asked is, when do you buy your team? Now, you guys want the best possible team for this weekend league, right? You want cards like this beautiful Thunderstruck Bellingham, who, by the way, if you've not used him, amazing card this year. So you guys want the best possible team for the best possible rewards. Now, I'm going to cover that in just a second because it's not as easy as just a this time, this day. It'll kind of depend on certain cards, but I will cover that. Just before we cover that, you need to understand prices on Friday night specifically. This will be the same for Saturday and the same for Sunday and the same for the rest of the team of the year, especially when we get the new teams dropping. So when we get midfielders, the full team, everything like that, right? Prices are going to be volatile. Doesn't mean they're going to crash. It means they're going to be volatile. What I'd recommend you do is open up something like FUTGG and use anywhere that has a market tracking page. Like they have the momentum trends page, and flick it to this 6-hour one here. And you'll see all the cards that are down the most in the last 6 hours. And you can see what is currently happening with the market. So like right now, you can see loads of cards are dropping on the market. Obviously, we're still in that team of the year panic. The reason I say check this is, the reason prices are volatile, they don't just crash, is on Friday, of course, we have Weekend League. And on Saturday, we have Weekend League. Some of the higher end cards start to bounce and go up, while some of the lower end cards are still crashing. So again, it makes buying your team really hard to just say, go and buy it this time. Just keep an eye on it, right? Prices are super volatile. Don't get caught on the wrong side of it. We'll talk about exactly what I'm going to be doing and exactly what I'm going to be buying. But just know it's volatile, just to warn you. That being said, I am, of course, looking to upgrade my team, and I'm going to be looking for 2 buy windows with my team. Number 1 is probably going to be Friday at 7 till 8 p.m. But I say it with a bit of because basically I wouldn't play Weekend League Friday. Look, if you're someone who plays Weekend League Friday, this one weekend I would just rest, okay? This is my gauntlet team. No one have a go at me. And if you're new here, you've not seen my Rio and Gamoa Evo, don't get too jealous, right? But basically, I would not buy your team Friday because I wouldn't play Weekend League Friday. I would buy my team on the Saturday. Again, we can talk about this a lot more in Stage 3, but I would buy my team on the Saturday. That is when I think we'll see the most generic low point for the market. Again, we can see some cards still fall. Some cards could rise on the Friday, so it is really hard to give you guys an exact time. I think the Saturday in general is a really good point. But believe it or not, I wouldn't even play my Weekend League Saturday. I mean, I'll talk about that later. But yeah, Saturday I think could be the best day for buying teams, just in general. If you are someone that wants to trade and make a lot of coins on Friday night, this is what I'm going to be doing live on the Twitch stream, okay? I'm going to be on FUTBIN, I'm going to be on FUTGG, and I'm going to be using pages like this one and also just a bit of market knowledge and some of the cards we've tracked for a while. I'm going to be buying a lot of cards between 6 p.m. when we get content drop and between probably about 8 p.m. That is normally the low point of the market, maybe even to 9 p.m. FUTBIN popular page is great for it. This page, like I say here, is great for it. I often put a little bit of a coin, like a minimum in so I can get some of the higher end cards. But again, we're going to cover a lot of low budget today if you're trying to build your coins up during Team of the Year. Don't you worry about that as well. But if you do want to start doing some flips, and that's what you're here for Team of the Year, the buy window is going to be, again, 6 p.m, probably to about 9 p.m. on Friday, and you're going to sell all of these cards. Let's say you bought a Pateas as a flip, right? And then she goes up because people buy Weekend League teams and trying to catch a low point like this and then sell it for a high point like this. The sell time is going to be a few hours later. You do not want to hold these cards too long during Team of the Year, right? When we're going to start talking about Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, we can start to buy some longer term holds. But the Friday specifically is quick flips. We're going to buy, we're going to sell, we're going to buy, we're going to sell. because basically we can get big, you know, like I said, the lows on Saturday, we can get more of a crash onto Saturday. So you got to be careful, buy them and then sell them on. And with that, we can now move into the biggest phase, arguably, of the entire video. I think maybe phase 4 is super important for everything, but phase 3 is the biggest meat of it, right? This is the sort of game plan for the entire week and the weekend. So this is what we're talking about now. We're talking about the team of the year midfielders, the team of the year defenders, icons, the rest of the evos, the full 11 going into packs, and what we can do to best maximize basically everything. Again, this is so important, but I'll try and keep it brief because of course we will be having daily videos for the rest of team of the year. So I'll try and keep this brief. Number 1, starting with Saturday, that could be the low point for Fodder. Now, Fodder for me is going to be one of my main talking points. I really want to go in on Fodder. If you're at a low budget, high budget, or you don't even trade, buying Fodder this weekend and then holding it long term could be one of the easiest ways for you to make coins ever in the game if we time it right. So what am I looking for? I'm looking for higher rated players, okay? I'm looking for 87s and above, all the way up to these 90 rated cards, because basically we could see them absolutely boom during team of the year because you guys seeing all of these SBCs we're getting, right? People have to complete them, and yes, you pack a lot of fodder, but you also need to buy the cards to complete them. Let me show you what Harry Kane did last year. This was gold Harry Kane before team of the year, and this is gold Harry Kane during team of the year. You can see how he absolutely skyrocketed, and if that does happen again, you don't want to miss out on it. So I'm going to call it now ahead of time, and I'll update you on this daily. I think Saturday could be the exact low for fodder. It could be Sunday as well. Don't you worry, I'll update you on that as it goes. But I'm going to say this weekend is where you want to be doing SBCs, like buying fodder for your SBCs, and possibly investing in fodder, unless we get some ridiculous unlimited grind or ridiculous lightning rounds that changes this. But I don't think we will get anything that we didn't see last year. The second point, back to FUT GG, is then if it's the low point for fodder, it could also be the low point for these meta cards. So not just in terms of flipping, you guys could buy some of these cards in general on Saturday to hold them a little bit longer term. Now, I'd rather you guys wait until Sunday and Monday, and we'll talk about that. But some of these higher rated cards, Salah, Donnarumma, some of these cards that people need for their team, right? Van der Sar, even like the cards for Evos like Espino, De Bruyne, Cordoba. Like, these cards are great to start looking to buy on Saturday. If we see a huge drop in a card and you think it's a really good card, I don't mind starting to look at them on Saturday. Now, Saturday, I also want to talk about fodder again a little bit. Basically, again, we're going to get more lightning rounds, which means more fodder bids, right? We want to be bidding on fodder whenever we get lightning rounds, but that is the whole point of Stage 4. Stage 4, I'll go really in detail on that and how you can maximize it. So let's move on to Sunday. Sunday, as you can see, we basically get the midfielders. We also get the next part of the Evo, and again, I'll keep you guys updated on this Evo, right? I'll keep you updated on how it's going to progress. That's the chain evolution. I will keep you updated on the best choices. But I want to talk about team of the year midfielders. That is the second wave of big packs being opened. However, with most of the packs already been opened on Friday and Saturday, I think we could start to see the market rise already, and even fodder start to rise. And I think we could also see another one of these big SBCs, right? Sunday should be an amazing day. We're going to be live on Twitch on Sunday as well. It's going to be an amazing day to do everything. So keep an eye out for maybe midfielders. Be a little bit wary of course, if we're getting those midfielders like Mateas, Meaty. We're getting Mari Owen, by the way, and her card looks insane. And don't forget, of course, the men's team of the year. Declan Rice, the most undeserved team of the year in the entire history of team of the year. Let me know your thoughts on that down below. Of course, you've got Vitinha and Pedri, a lot more deserving. They're coming as well. Some insane cards. So again, that pack grind that you'll be doing on Friday night and then Saturday, maybe you save some of the packs for this Sunday content drop to try and get Rice, Vitinha, Pedri, and some of the other team of the years. And because we get the big Evo on Friday, I did mention it slightly before, I do think they'll skip a day on Saturday in terms of big Evos. I think Sunday could be a huge day for Evos, right? So again, every single day at 6 o'clock, check that content drop, because these Evos are going to drop certain positions. What I want to say is, if we get like an insane striker Evo and it's a team of the year level one, you can imagine how the strikers in your club or the strikers that you're invested in could crash in price. So it's why leaks are so important this time of the year. You just have to be on top of leaks. But keep an eye on this Evo tab and keep a close eye on it for those big positional upgrades. And obviously, try and get yourself a couple Team of the Year level cards from maybe the club you support, like I'm doing my Rio and Gamoa Evo. Hopefully, you can get yourself some crazy cards and the team changes big time during Team of the Year. Now, I said before, don't play your Weekend League games even on Saturday. That is because this is when I'd play your Weekend League games. I would play them on Sunday, boys. If we can find the Weekend League, I would play them on Sunday. Now, again, if you play your games Friday and Saturday could be fine as well. I understand some people have a preference on when they play, or maybe, you work on Sunday, you press for time. Absolutely fine, I get that. Just if you can, if there's going to be any weekend you want to maximize your chance of getting wins, Sunday's normally the least sweaty day of FUT Champs from my experience. Why not try and get a few extra wins? Try and, get a few extra little rewards there as well. You're going to be opening these packs for Team of the Year players. I think right now it's worth it. Sunday will be a great time to buy your team as well as Saturday. So it's not a bad time to, buy a really expensive team and really go ham into FUT Champs and try and get the best possible rewards for Team of the Year. That does also mean, by the way, you can open your FUT Champs rewards for those midfielders. You can also save them for the full Team of the Year. Don't mind that at all. but I don't mind actually opening these for midfielders as well. I wouldn't open them for defenders, just in my opinion. I don't know. I'm a little bit biased. I would try and wait for at least a full team of the year, but I'm probably going to open my FUT Champs rewards for midfielders. I did say we keep this section brief because I really want to get into stage 4 as well, but you need to know about what is coming on Monday, because on Monday, we're in between midfielders and defenders, and as you can see, last year, nothing dropped. Now, what I think you do on this day, if we get a slow day of content, which we well could get a slow day, I think you pack grind. I think you need to just sit and pack grind if you ever have the time. And obviously, Monday, working, school, college, you're not going to be on the game loads anyway. I think this is when you pack grind. I will try and time the best possible pack grind video for Monday as well. I'll try and do it Monday night because we usually get refreshed upgrades on Monday, and that could be huge as well. Imagine we get the league upgrades on Monday. That could certainly be the case. But if we've not and we've just got generic upgrades, Monday, put your time into these. Put your time into doing league SBCs. Again, you can save all of them packs you're generating from Monday into defenders if you want to, or it's into Thursday when we get the full team. Monday will also be a huge day for stage 4 when we talk about the conveyor belt, which part of that is the pack grind, but I'll talk about that a lot in detail later. So move on to Tuesday. Now, Tuesday, I was saying don't open it for defenders, but you do get the icons in packs, the team of the year icons too. But again, they're still going to be in packs at that full team of the year drop. So I just feel like opening packs on the Tuesday and the Wednesday is probably the worst time to open packs. I mean, it's hard to say that. These defenders, people always say, have better pack weight. So you could be getting a Nuno Mendes, who looks insane, a Van Dijk, a Saliba, a Donnarumma, a Koundé. I do get it. You can also get one of the women's team, which again, there's some nice cards in there. A Williamson, a Bright. That batch is probably the one that people want. Endler and Bronze. Bronze looks like she has a really nice official card as well. So I do understand that as well. I do understand that people really, want some of these cards and they want to open packs. I get it. Me personally, probably going to save most of them for the Thursday. Because we do get these dropping, and because we get the second team of icon teams too, which even has a Hullet in there as well. This is one of the cards in icons teams too. We're definitely going to get people opening packs on that day as well. Another day for lightning round. Another day, like I say, for the conveyor belt in stage 4. But what about Wednesday? Wednesday, as you can see, nothing huge on the calendar, which means it's probably going to be a big day for another player SBC. Could we see that Elise on Wednesday? Could we even see that Sophia Wilson on Wednesday? That could be huge, right? That could be huge for our fodder investments to make this weekend. It could just be huge to get a new player in the team. Everyone likes getting a new player in the team. So my prediction is we get a big Evo or a big SBC on Wednesday, and it's a relatively slow day like Monday. What about Thursday? Because Thursday, we of course get the full team. What I do want to stress is what happened last year with full team, right? You know, on EA, you can check, or on FIFA or FC26, you can check the store pack probability. Last year, the actual probability of a team of the year went down for the full team of the year. The percentage chance of getting one went down. That genuine, like EA didn't try and hide it. It did happen last year. So just keep that in mind. That is why we're not saving all of our packs for the full release, and we'll open them along the way. I do still think it's worth saving some of your packs for this full release. It's by far the most exciting time. 2 full teams. We'll also have that second icon team, which does have Hullet in there. I think it's a really exciting time to open packs. So yes, maybe save your champions rewards for, this release. What I would also say is it's Rivals Day on Thursday. We've not spoke about Rivals so far. Play your Rivals on Wednesday and Monday. Wednesday and Monday are the slow days. Play your Rivals. I know, I get it. It's Rivals. We don't always love playing Rivals. I would definitely play it this week specifically and save them for Thursday. Well, save them. We get Rival Rewards on Thursday. Save them for the full team. It makes sense to do that, right? So it's a nice little time to get Rival Rewards at least. In terms of buying meta, this might be the last low day. I think we'll have started to see prices start to rise by then, especially the big cards like Shearer, Foodie, whatever it is, right? Some of the bigger cards, we'll have seen them start to rise by Thursday. But just know, Thursday is the last big day, which means people start to invest, because what happens is they think the panic is over and they go and buy a lot of cards. You can see a lot of cards shoot up. So if you do want some cards for the weekend after, I think this can be a really good day to go and buy some, or ideally buy them before everyone else. So even before Thursday can be a really nice time. Yes, we get that little pack supply at 6 o'clock, so 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. When we get that full team of the year drop, some of these cards, amazing to buy. It's the same with Fodder as well. I think Thursday in general, guys, is just going to be one of the best days to be on the game. So if you can be active Thursday night. It's just going to be one of the best days to do stage 4, the conveyor belt. That's going to be the best possible time to do it. Everything's in packs. Everyone's opening packs. We get a lot of content. Stage 4 will be so useful for you on Thursday. But just be on the game. Do the SBC grind, full team of the year in packs. It's a really exciting time, especially on Thursday. It's the big day. So I would just I'd basically be on the game Thursday if you can. If maybe you're a bit busier this week, you're not like me, you can't no life the game. I understand it. Try and be on at least on Thursday. Of course, just before we do get onto the conveyor belt stage of stage 4, we do need to talk about the rest of it. I'm not going to go into detail on any of these. I just want to quickly go over it. So on the 23rd, that is the Friday, we get all of the honorables in packs. Now, some people say to save their packs for Friday, and I do get that. It's technically better. If you want the better chance of just packing a card, so what I mean by that is like, you don't really care about getting a team of the year card. You just want to guarantee a promo. Friday's your best day. Absolutely, 100%. You can do that on Friday. We also get the fan favorites. So I think that's between Rafinha, Yamal, and Kane, I believe. I don't know the women's one is, but we also get that that on Friday. And then afterwards, the rest of the content is basically Evos and objectives and SBCs, which it looks a bit, depressing here. But honestly, it's actually really good. Some of the later content, EA are basically trying to save everyone onto the game, trying to get people to not leave. And of course, after that, I'm going to talk about it, icon swaps. We get icon swaps after that. Now, that's going to be a huge part for me on the channel because I fucking love icon swaps. I'm going to be getting all the best guides, getting all the tokens and which choices to take. I love icon swaps. So we'll be talking about that as well. But don't think this is a dead time. You get the full Team of the Year icons in packs on the 25th as well, normally. So it's just going to be a great time towards the end. But just know it's a little bit less pack heavy. The market started to rise by then on some of the higher end cards. Just know it's a little bit more maybe grindy or whatever you want to call it. All right, it's time for stage 4. My favorite stage, the conveyor belt stage. Leave a like on the video if this does help you out, or even if you're just excited for Team of the Year, like you can see that I am. Again, it's Team of the Year. Come on, we gotta be up for it. Also, if you've got any questions so far about when you need to buy your team, or you've just not quite understood anything, no worries, leave a comment down below. I pretty much get to all the comments. Whether it's about like pack grind, fodder, about who to do for an Evo, no worries at all. Just leave it down below. Even if it's a few days after the video, I'll make sure to get to it. But let's jump into stage 4, the conveyor belt stage. Okay, I've spoke about this before, but why do I call it the conveyor belt? I think it makes sense to a lot of people, but just in case you are new, I call it the conveyor belt because it's how I trade all year round. It's how I get 10 mil plus normally before Team of the Year. And we obviously had a disaster with Rios this year, but yeah, long story. It's how we actually make so many coins on the account, right? It's how I recommend everyone, beginner, veteran, no matter where you are, it's how I recommend you trade. Imagine your club, coins and fodder, and that's what we're going to cover in this segment. We're going to go coins first, number 1, then fodder and packs, number 2. Imagine it like a conveyor belt where as soon as something goes out, you have to put something else back in and just keep it cycling. As soon as you stop that conveyor belt, and again, it can be quite draining, like a lot of work on the game, but for this week, boys, packing a Team of the Year and getting loads of coins ready for Team of the Year, I think this is the one week where it's so worth it. So let's talk about, like I say, coins first. How can we keep them flowing like a conveyor belt? And the second point of this, we'll talk, of course, about fodder and SBCs and all that good stuff. So let's start with coins. Number 1 is mass bidding, but not what I've spoke about so far. We spoke about mass bidding on fodder so far, and that comes with lightning rounds. Number 2 is mass bidding on literally everything. Let's start with high budget first, right? You can do this on honestly anything. Icons. You don't even need to do a certain filter. Just keep an eye on certain players. Genuinely, what happens during Team of the Year week, every single day, there is so much panic on the market. There are so many things happening on the market. Everyone's thinking about Team of the Years and pack grinds. People forget there's other cards on the market you can just go and bid on. So what you can do for icons, for example, is maybe put something like making this up on the spot. Minimum buy now, you put in, and then put max price to 100k. But a gap like this, you should, find some icons on open bids. Keep an eye on all these icons. See how they're all listing for open bids? People are going to forget about them. Do it overnight UK when no one's on the game. Do it in the morning when no one's on the game. People forget about bids so much during Team of the Year. I've seen people tell me like last year, they were winning, icons that were worth 200, 300k for 50 to like 70,000 coins, whatever that lowest point was at the time. It's insane. So like 65,000 coins on a Zola. It's just because everyone else forgets, right? That's on higher end. On lower end, you're not exempt, right? On lower end, you best be mass bidding as well. I've never seen more coins made from this. If you're on like less than 50,000 coins, chemistry styles and manager leagues that we spoke about in the past before, people forget about them because there's so much going on in the game. Find a manager league that sells, ideally cards that have players from the Team of the Year in. It's a little bit more hype. Premier League right now, we'll find out what price it is. Premier League manager leagues, as you can see, is 650 coins. Again, if we get like mega packs or packs with consumables in, they will drop even lower, and that's a whole nother story, right? If they're 650 coins, bid on them for 300 coins. Just bid on all of them for 300 coins. Go and find Premier League and go bid 300 coins. And you will win so many cards as long as you're doing this at the right time. You will not believe it, right? Especially, like I say, if we do get that mega pack or consumable pack supply, that is when to do it. If we don't get consumables for a while, might want to hold off, but people will open all sorts of packs. So again, consumable packs maybe as an SBC or just on the market or, on the store, whatever. Great. Chemistry styles are just the same. Hunters and shadows, you can do. I'd stay away. I would do every other chemistry style that has value that's not Hunter and Shadow. So Anchor's a great one. Engine's a great one. Sometimes you can do Hawk and Finishers. I don't like them as much. I prefer Anchor and Engine if you want my personal opinion, but I guess Hawk and Finishers have less competition. If you're on a low budget, that's what you're going to do. Literally all week round, it is free coins. And of course, fodder. When it comes to lightning rounds, that is like what you're doing in the off time. When we get lightning rounds, you're going to use one of my mass bid filters. I'll give you guys, like I say, in the Discord. Go and bid on fodder. That's a ridiculous amount of coins. Now, I mentioned earlier on in the video, I actually have a better way, or my favorite way of making coins, and that is chem style trading this way during Team of the Year. This is a little bit more active. It requires a little bit more know-how, but this is again free coins, right? There's a couple of different ways you can chem style trade on the game right now. I'll show you both of them. Right, number 1 is the generic Shadow and Hunter filter. People have forgot about this so much, but again, honestly, this now during Team of the Year is so important, right? The way this works, basically is you go and put special as a quality. You put the buy now price in. This will change. This is really important. You put the buy now to whatever the lowest is. And I'll show you what that means in just now, right? But the chemistry starts as Shadow or Hunter. The exact same method, just two different chem styles. Again, Shadow, all I did was I put it at 12k, loads of cards on the market. So I just went and put Shadow back on, lowered it to 1150, and that is the cheapest special cards with a Shadow are currently sell for, right? All you're going to do is compare price, which is like X and then square on PlayStation, I believe, and then back out. And all it does is refresh the market. If you're new here, refreshes the market. So any new cards that get listed pop up. And what you're going to get is across the Team of the Year weekend, across Team of the Year, is all the special cards, especially during that weekend league, first weekend, where people are selling cards from their club that they've just used in weekend league. They're going to list so many discard specials that are 11, 12, and 13,000 coins for this price with a Shadow and with a Hunter. And then they sell for way more with a Shadow and Hunter. As an example, this rating reload Dumfries, as you can see, is really, really cheap. I don't know the exact price. I think he's like 12, 11,000 coins. He's really, really cheap, and he's going to bang for an Evo very soon, by the way. So he's like just under 13,000 coins, right? So he comes up on the filter a lot for like little snipes, and you go and check him with the Shadow. He'll come up for 12, 11,000 coins, whatever it is, across the weekend. With a Shadow, there's one going there for, I might actually buy that. There's one there for 13,750. After that one goes, is there any on the market? Probably under 18k. They're all 17,000 coins or 16,000 coins. So when one pops to 12, 11,000 coins, you're making up to 4,000 or 5,000 coins a card, and people sell these cards like crazy during Team of the Year. It's the exact same method, by the way, with Hunter. You just go and put Hunter there, and then you buy attackers and midfielders rather than defenders. Honestly, it can be an insane method. It takes a bit of learning. You have to sort of learn what cards sell for what price, but I actually prefer this second method here. So if you're really new to chem style trading and you want to just do one of the two methods, I would do this next one. It's basically the 1x1 method. So what you're going to do, again, spoke about this a lot during Winter Wildcards. It's probably going to be even better during Team of the Year. Is use cards like that Dumfries or other cards that are really, really nice with a Shadow one. So for example, a recent one we got that's new is this Espino card. He's a time warp left back who's really nice in game, by the way. And as you'll see, we put his price in with a Shadow. He sells for... No, I can't buy it. Look at that as an example. I'm unassigned right now, so I can't buy it. No one's buying that. This is a really good example for the video, right? This guy's like, what, 24,000 coins with a Shadow, and one just got listed at 15k. Do you see why this method's so broken? That is ridiculous. Nearly 10,000 coins of profit in a card. I can't buy it. Basically, I'm unassigned, so it's not letting me buy cards, which is another story. I've just missed 10,000 coins profit. That is the first search. That is insane. You would add him to the list. You would search him once, like I've just done, and then you'd move on to the next card in your list, like Dumfries, and then you would search him with a Shadow. And again, we're looking for an undercut. So again, that Dumfries that was 13k on the market, I probably want a little bit cheaper. I'd really want below 12. So one just got listed at 13k, probably a buy. I could probably sell that at 16,000 coins. Already, we've searched twice and maybe made up to 13,000 coins. Can you see how this could be so broken during Team of the Year weekend? It's a little bit ridiculous. I always get asked, you know, how to find these cards. I'll very briefly show you how now. All I do, guys, I go on, not on Team of the Year, I go on Footbin, I go on squads, ignore the Team of the Weeks, and I go through all of these squads. So Time Warp, Winter Wildcards. I go through all of the promo squads, and if you just click on squads, it'll show you all of them, right? And I'll go back probably all the way until Thunderstruck. I wouldn't really go past that because some of these cards get a lot more rare. Go all the way until Thunderstruck, and all you're going to do is click on the team and look for cards that are below 13,000 coins or below 20,000 coins. You could even do up to 30,000 coins as long as you've got the budget for it, right? So this Williams, she's a striker. You could add her to your Hunter list. You could do this Javi, check if she sells with her Hunter because she's a left winger. You need the cards to have a nice gap with a Shadow or Hunter. So for example, Pascal Gross might have a nice gap with both. Very few players do. Very few players either sell with a Shadow if they're a defensive player or a Hunter if they're an attacking player. Go and check. Do they have a nice gap on them with a Shadow and with a Hunter? That can be insane. And that's literally how I do it. I go and build a list doing that. I check all the players. Do they have a gap? If what I mean by gap is just what they sell for without, what they sell for with a Shadow or a Hunter. If there's not a gap there, if it's like they sell for, the same with and without, then obviously I don't add them to the list. And then go one by one through that list. Just search them once. Don't snipe them. If there's a card there, buy it. If not, just move on. You make a shitload of profit. So that is how to recycle coins during Team of the Year. You could make up to about 1 million or 2 million coins if you really get good with this, along with meta flips. How do we recycle packs and fodder? This one's a little bit easier, but there's a few things people miss. Number 5 is probably the most important one. I'm going to try and split it into 5 points. Number 5 is most important because it's the one I see people get wrong the most. But again, I'll show you what I mean, right? Number 1 is basically do everything that's daily. Again, probably the most obvious one, but please don't skip it. Anything that's daily login, daily completionist, daily, anything that says daily on it, anything that refreshes daily, please do it every single day, right? If you've got time on the game, it is possible, I promise you, from absolute scratch, because of how much is out on the game, to do everything every single day. Just don't do the big, stupid gamble SBCs. If I see anyone do an icon pick or a campaign pick during Team of the Year, I will come and find you personally. Do not do that. Number 2 is really important, again, is if you have time on the game, this is not for everyone, I understand that, but if you have time on the game, if I can find the league SBCs, the premium and the mixed league SBCs, this is how the pack grind gets even better because it's unlimited. So what you do is you do all the daily SBCs, and if you're sat there, right, you know, you're telling me, Jeed, I've done all the daily SBCs, your breath stinks, what are you on about? Basically, come to this, right, premium and mixed leagues, go and start, you can just buy this, by the way. Like, this is 20,000 coins, but during Team of the Year, they drop a little bit in price. Normally, they can rise this top left squad because everyone's doing league SBCs. Like, that's top left point. If you've seen any of the videos like we've done recently, basically that's the pain in the ass squad. But they can rise. The rest of it normally falls in price because everyone's opening packs, right? These 3 squads get a lot cheaper. So you can just buy it from scratch. Sell everything you get in the 2 tradable packs, and it means on average it costs about 10,000 coins, to do it. But from 5 and 10,000 coins, you get a small prime gold players pack, a small rare gold players pack, and of course you get the big one, which is a prime gold players pack. And if you just rinse that for 5,000 coins every time, number one, eventually you get something worth it in these top 2 packs, which makes it break even, or you even start to make coins. But number 2, you pack a Team of the Year. If you do this enough time, right, physics, logic says you'll have to pack it. Okay, not exactly, but you know, you should pack a Team of the Year. Number 3 of 5 is arguably even more important. You see how I've structured it so they keep getting more and more important? I know what I'm on about, right? Kind of, sometimes. Basically, is anytime we get an objective, do it. Do it. Anytime we get a game mode, do it. What they normally do across Team of the Year is they want people playing the game. So they make the play objectives, EA of course, make the play objectives the best possible packs. You can see how you get 5 times 86 for the Silver Superstar League. Anytime they bring out a game mode or an objective, they'll make that have the best packs in. So you want a chance to pack a Team of the Year, keep an eye on this tab constantly, right? It's going to be the most important. Number 4, I sadly can't show you in game because I'd need to go to the store and I'm unassigned. Basically, number 4 is please keep an eye on the store. What you get is 30 coin packs, 10 coin packs, but even more important, we've seen for the first time, I think, during Winter Wildcards and maybe Black Friday, I don't remember, 1,000, 3,000, and 5,000 coin packs. Now, those packs contained like certain like weird sort of squad requirements, but they had things like you get 10 players that are 85 to 86 rated. They are always worth it. Those 30 coin, 10 coin, all the way up to the 5,000 coin packs where it's like you get 10 players, 85 to 86 or whatever. It's like a fodder pack, basically. They are always worth it. Keep an eye on them. Always open them. And now point number 5 is the one I said. It's the most important just because people miss it, right? If I see anyone, you included, right? When you get an SBC pack, right? You get a fodder pack, you get a pack from the store. You quick sell players because you don't have space in your duplicate storage. You simply don't want a Team of the Year. You don't want one. I see so many people every single year. Their duplicate storage is full. They don't really have any SBC they want to do. They might have done the daily SBCs. So they just start quick selling players because it's quicker. They get to open more packs, right? Over the course of Team of the Year, you will, if you do that, quick sell hundreds and hundreds of players, waste like so many upgrades. And honestly, I hate the thought of thinking you just missed the Team of the Year because you quick sold players. If you have stuff in your duplicate storage, go and do upgrades. There will always be a guaranteed repeatable upgrade. Whether it's a 79 player pick, whether it's a Winter Wildcards crafting upgrade, that's out for 13 days, right? At the very least, even if it's 84 rated cards, I don't care. Put them into something, whether it's the Winter Wildcards crafting upgrade and you get a little pack back. Someone watching this video, just by pure numbers, is probably going to pack a Team of the Year. One of you guys watching this will pack a Team of the Year from that Winter Wildcards crafting upgrade, and I hate to think that you might miss it by quick selling players. Guys, I really hope this helps. If you leave a like on the video, if this does help, I'd really appreciate it. The support going into Team of the Year from you guys has been class in the free Discord, on the street, just everywhere. You guys have been class, right? Any questions at all, leave them down in the comments. I will try for this video specifically to get to every single one. Of course, if you're new here, subscribe. We're going to be doing daily videos now for Team of the Year. Whether, like I said before, best evos, best trading methods, best pack grinds, whatever help you guys out the most, I'm open to suggestions. I just really enjoy this time on the game. Don't forget, like I say, we'll be streaming on the Friday, the Sunday, and the Wednesday, both sides of Team of the Year, so don't miss them streams over on the Twitch. And because you stuck around to the end, I hope that you personally, I pray that you personally get at least one Team of the Year during this promo. But as always, boys, until next time, I'll see you all in a bizzle.